Hi, Kipsters. Hi, families. Welcome to today's Number Corner. I know you're ready when your thumbs are up and your elbows are out. Get ready. I love math. Yes, I do. I love math. How about you? Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Months of the year, get ready. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Months of the year. My turn first. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. Listen one more time. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. Today is great job. You all said that today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. So now it's time for my favorite part of Number Corner. Hands up like you're about to ask a question. How many days have you been in school? Count with me, get ready. 100, stop, switch. Count by tens. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. Stop, switch. Count by ones. 161, 162, 163, 164. We've been in school a new day, so I need to add. That's right, I need to add one more. Now we need to recount to see how many days we've been in school now. Get ready. 100, stop, switch. Count by tens. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. Stop, switch. Count by ones. 161, 162, 163, 164, 165. Wow, that's a lot of days. Hands up, make a fist. Is it odd or even? Odd or even? Odd or even? Odd or even? I'm going to go ahead and write the number 165 in our hundreds, tens, and ones chart. Quick question before you tell me if it's odd or even. What place value do we look at to figure out if a number is odd or even? Do we look at the hundreds place, the tens place, or the ones place? Listen again. When we want to figure out if a number is odd or even, do we look in the hundreds place, the tens place, or the ones place? Give me a silent thumbs up when you got it. Whoa, some thumbs shot up so quick. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, oh, I'm seeing a lot more thumbs down. And 1, 0. Tell me your answer. That's right. We always look in the ones place to figure out if a number is odd or even. Now that you know that you need to look in the ones place, tell me if the number 165 is odd or even and how you know. Should be super quick because you already know you need to look in the ones place. 5, 4. Well, some friends are so good at figuring out if a number is odd or even in 3. 2 more seconds to get your answers together. 1 and 0. I heard a lot of friends say that they knew the number 165 was odd because there's a 5 in the ones place, and they know that 5 is odd. One more time. I heard that people said the number 165 was odd because there's a 5 in the ones place, and they know that 5 is odd. So, great. Now it's time for coins. Get ready. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. A penny's worth 1 cent, a nickel's worth 5 cents, a dime is worth 10 cents, a quarter 25. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. So quick and so easy. This is called that's right, it's called a quarter. How much is a quarter worth? That's right, 25 cents. And how do we know that this coin is a quarter? You told me it's a quarter, you told me it's 25 cents, but how do we know that this coin is a quarter? You got it, because he has a curl. Next coin. So easy, my favorite coin. This is called a, oh, I heard you all the way in the back. This is called a penny. And show me on one hand, how much is this coin worth? That's right, just 1 little cent. And how do we know that this coin is called a penny? What tells us, looking at this coin, that it's a penny? So nosy. It's looking the other way. All up in the Kool-Aid, but don't know the flavor. This coin is called a, that's right, it's called a dime. You ought to really, really good remember what this coin is called. It's a dime. And how much is a dime worth? I forgot. Oh, silly me. It's worth 10 cents. How do we know this coin is a dime? What helps you remember that this coin is a dime? Oh, because he has a straight line. I feel like I will remember that next time. Last coin. This is called a, that's right, it's called a nickel. And show me, how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. That's right, it's worth 5 cents. And how do we know this coin is a nickel? That's right, because he has a long braid. Friends, I am so ready to count by 5s, to count by 10s, and count by 2s. If you're ready to sit nice and tall, and make sure you're loud and proud. Let's count by 2s. Get ready. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. Let's stop there. Let's count by 10s. I don't even need a point because you all are so good at it. Count by 10s. Get ready. You're going to count on my claps. Don't count too fast and don't count too slow. Hands up. You can clap with me. Count. Get ready. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So great. Now I'm going to pat my legs while we count by 5s. Count by 5s. Get ready. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. Wow. You all are so good at counting by 2s, counting by 5s, and counting by 10s. I didn't even point to the 120 chart when we counted by 5s and 10s because I knew you all were so good at it. Great job, first grade. Now today, we're going to review something really, really quickly that you all learned during Miss Ellis's videos this week in math. Oh, and if you remember, we did some of this before when we were back at school. I'm so excited to review this really quickly with you all because you all were so good at it when we were together at school. Today, we're going to quickly review the things that we need to do when we're trying to measure an object. So I made a quick list of things that we need to do every time we measure. So the first thing, when we measure, we want to make sure after we put our object down and we put all of our units down to measure it, we make sure there are no gaps. We want no gaps when we measure because if we have gaps, our measurement won't be right. So make sure when you measure with your units, there are no gaps, just like mine. I have no gaps. You also want to make sure that there aren't any overlaps. If there are overlaps, you won't get the right measurement either. So we know we need no gaps, and there needs to be no overlaps. This part is really, really important, so make sure you're paying attention. You also want to make sure that you use the same size unit. So let's say had tiles I could choose from and paper clips. I'm not going to switch between the units that I'm using. And let's say I had little paper clips and big paper clips. I'm not going to use both my small paper clips and big paper clips to measure the same item. I want to make sure if I'm measuring my pencil and I want to use a small paper clip, I'm only using this size paper clip. So always remember to use the same size unit. And this is probably the most important tool to remember when you're measuring. You always measure from end to end. You always measure from, that's right, you always measure from end to end. So let's look at my picture over here. Right here I have a pencil. So I drew my pencil, I have my pencil. I drew dotted lines on the side to make it easier for me to measure end to end. I use the same size unit. I don't have any gaps and I don't have any overlaps. So now I'm ready to count and see how many inch tiles this pencil is. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here, I don't have a full inch tile, but it's about half of one. So I know that this is a half. So let me think. The next number needs to be between 7 and 8. So this extra part right there is going to be 7.5. So now I know my pencil is 7.5 inches long. So I made sure I measured from end to end. I made sure I used the same size units. I made sure I didn't have any gaps or overlaps when measuring. In the description below, there's going to be a really cool website you can sign up for and practice measuring just like I did. I know you all are rock stars when it comes to measuring. Just remember these 4 quick things when you're measuring. You want no gaps, no overlaps. You want to use the same size units. And you always measure from end to end. Have fun measuring. Bye, Kipsters. Bye, families. Okay. Perfect timing.